Hey guys, Dr. Sean here. We're going to do a mailbag this morning. I had a gentleman from upstate New York in the Albany area ask me a question. Says, hey doc, I've been following you for a bit. My brother follows you. We've been talking about lots of conversations about just, care and treatment. And, unfortunately, because I'm in upstate New York, I'm unable to get to you quickly. What do you do? Okay guys, couple things here. Is there someone like-minded like us in that area? There may be people similar. There's no one that does what we do. All right, we're a unique little entity in our field. I have blended probably a dozen different styles of healthcare and different modalities into what I call the McCaffrey Method. So I'm using different pieces from all over the globe trying to come up with what I come up with. Now there's guys that do bits and pieces, but there's no one that kind of does the whole thing like we do. So to help people do this, one of the things that we've done over the years is that I've always allowed patients to come in for 3-day follow-ups. 3 days. You come in for 3 days. I'll send you out the signs and symptoms survey, the history, all of these sort of things. You come in for 3 days. I work with you usually on a weekend, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I spend quite a bit more time with you than I would in my average normal visits. I've got my labs done by then. I've got the urine. The IUP is done by then. All these things are caught up. So it allows me to do an intensive 3-day and see what's going on. At that point in time, then I can use any kind of supplementation I want to do. I can give you corrective exercise. I can do all these things and then send you home. And if there's something that I think, gosh, you really could use help here or here, I can find someone in that area that does that piece. So that's an option. The other option is if you can't get here to do a 3-day intensive with us, then what we end up doing is I like to run my labs. That IUP, guys, is the gold standard for my practice. I run that urinalysis panel because it lets me know where is your body spending its energy? Where are you spending your resources? Are you throwing away your food? Are you using your food? Are you stressing the digestive system, the elimination system, the adrenals? It's really a phenomenal test. We all hear about genetics and the importance of genes and all these things. Genes, guys, we've talked about this before, it's nothing more than a book. It's just a book. It doesn't mean anything if you don't pick it up and start reading it. The IUP is an epigenetic test. It's measuring what they call epigenetics. That's above the gene. How is your environment, your life, and the things that you perceive in that environment through your senses, your sight, your touch, your taste, your smell? How are those things affecting your gene? How are they telling the gene to respond? Because that's the key. Right? It's okay to do genetic testing and all these things, but if you don't look at how the body's being forced to respond, and you don't know why it's doing what it's doing, if you don't see why you're eating into your genetic weakness, you get in trouble. So for someone from a distance to do distance care, it's really quite simple. Give your signs and symptoms survey, a history form that we fill out. I get a chance to do maybe a little phone interview with you. I run an integrated urinalysis panel to see where your biggest flags and fires are. If I can get you here for a 3-day intensive, I love that. If we can't, that's okay. We can work with someone at a distance as long as we have the laboratory testing to back it up. Now, some things require hands-on. I understand that. Some things don't. But the key to it all, if you just want to be healthy, find out where your body's spending its energy, where it's spending its resources, and then nourish it. Now, he brought up another point here that he's following a couple other docs, but he's not even sure if they're physicians. I understand. I get it. I see it all the time, right? We've positioned ourselves as the Robin Hood of the healthcare world for that very reason, right? Everybody under the sun will give you advice. Everybody will give you their 2 cents worth. And I'm not saying not to ignore it. Go ahead and listen to it, but then validate it. Back it up, look it up, learn about it so you can be in a position of authority and knowledge when you go forward. So if you can do these basic, simple things, you can do great stuff. Now, he brought up one more thing in here. He said, Doc, I took enzymes. I'm not even sure which ones are which and so on. How do I know? The IUP, right? That integrated urinalysis panel, that epigenetic profile. I call it a body audit in my practice. That's how you know. That's how you know if the supplements you're taking are doing any good. That's how you know if you even need what you're taking. So you go through that, a thorough history, and you can do all kinds of great things. So I will gladly help you if you'd like. I appreciate it, guys. Keep the mailbags coming. You got to like this stuff, thumbs up it. You got to share it. You got to get it out there to people so we can help as many people as possible. I'm Dr. Sean, the Robin Hood of Healthcare.